This has been one of the busiest fire seasons that I've personally ever seen. This is Ellis Thompson. Ellis, she's from the Grand Junction Fire Department. How busy has the season been? I mean,
you know, in Grand Junction locally, we've been really fortunate because our citizens have made responsible choices with risky fire behavior. But nationwide, we're seeing kind of an increase in wildfires and a lot of stuff that's going on for months on end. I just heard today that the 416 fire is now fully contained, under control. There's no active fire, but that's been months, you know?
So long. I'm actually driving out to Durango on Saturday to go tour the property that's been burned.
Oh, wow.
So you guys can expect a story on that next week. But it definitely is one of those things that hits home. And with this rain that's coming, we're starting to forget about the dangers of fire. But there are several events coming up within the next few days that are all about fire prevention. What are some of these?
You know, so as we move into the winter, yeah, it's easy for us to kind of forget about wildfire season, but that danger is still there. And we actually see home fires increase in the wintertime too. So this week we've got a few opportunities for people to learn about both wildfire and home fire prevention in our community.
Of course, and you were explaining to me what a mega fire is. So there's going to be 2 screenings of this movie.
Yeah.
Free screenings, by the way, free tickets. We're going to have all those links on westernslope.now.com. But what exactly is a mega fire?
So a mega fire is something that we've seen in recent decades, and it's any fire that's over 100,000 acres. So we're talking the biggest of the big in terms of wildfire. And one of the senior research ecologists for the Forest Service has made this documentary to kind of explain what's gotten us to this point where we're seeing more and more of these just massive fires that demand a ton of resources. So tomorrow night, Tuesday night, at the Public Library Main Branch, we're going to be showing this, and then again next Monday night at CMU.
Gotcha, and that is such an intriguing thought. I mean, it's obviously something that we don't want to see happen, but to learn more about it, I think that's very interesting personally.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have coming up? I know there was one pre-selected neighborhood that's getting a little bit of attention. What's going on there? Yeah.
So we've partnered with the American Red Cross, and we're going to be installing smoke detectors in people's houses. So if you see us knocking on your door, you're not in trouble. We're there for free smoke detectors for you and your family to help keep you safe. You know, smoke detectors go bad after 10 years, and a lot of people don't realize that. So we'll even come in and check and make sure that yours are up to date and the batteries work, and if you need new ones, they'll install free ones for you.
Wow, I didn't realize that, honestly. And then there's one more event. What is it? We've got the 2 movies, the pre-selected neighborhood.
And then we've got an open house on Thursday from 5 to 7 at Station 5 up in the Redlands, 2155 Broadway. We're going to be having some rescue demonstrations. We've got station tours, games for kids, learn how to use a real fire extinguisher. But again, focusing on that home fire safety and little steps that people can take to make their home just a little bit safer this season.
And honestly, to tour a fire station, I know it sounds like, you know, maybe what people would expect. It's so interesting. I think it's so interesting to see the way people have to live inside of those, and how, you know, just to actually understand what people are doing in those long, long hours they're working and where they're doing it. I think it's interesting.
You know, we get to teach you about how we operate as a team and what we do in the community. So it goes way beyond putting out fires. We help with medical calls and lift assists. We're inspecting businesses to make sure that they're fire safe. And we're educating the community, quite frankly, about how to be safe at home. I think the fire department is one of the few industries that actively works to prevent emergencies before it happen. While that's what we're in the business of, is responding to those, we don't even want them to happen in the first place because of the loss that they cause and the trauma that they can cause within our community. And so if we can prevent that, all the better.
It's all about being proactive, and you guys can be proactive by attending one of these events. There's several opportunities. Thank you so much for coming in today, Ellis, and we're going to have all of that for you on westernslope.now.com.